Parents, do you have the right tools for your kid? I was doing some gardening this morning and came across a couple really cool analogies that I wanted to share with you about how we need to take inventory of our thoughts about our kids so that we create the right environment for them to flourish. So these plants right here that represents our kids, and when I came out this morning, this plant was covered in a vine. There's all the weed right there. And if left unchecked, this vine, as you can see, takes root in the soil, climbs all the way up this fence, even wraps itself around it, and then it starts to spread in the garden. And if it's left unchecked, it's going to choke out these plants. And a couple weeks ago, actually not even a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, if you look at this, I pulled some out and killed it, but the rest came back like a vengeance. And these vines, these weeds, these are our negative thoughts, and specifically worry about our kids. If our kids are struggling and we're worried about their future, maybe they struggle with managing their mood, and sometimes they get explosive and angry, and we worried about, are they going to be able to have friends? Are they going to be able to control their temper out in public? That is like a vine that is just wrapping around you, and it's wrapping around your child. And the more you worry about these things, the more it's going to spread and grow and infiltrate the garden. Maybe your worry is related to them getting into drugs or alcohol because they're doing anything to fit in. Maybe they don't have the right social skills, or they're really heavily influenced by others. Again, the more you worry about that, the more it's going to spread, and it's going to affect your parenting. All of these plants need a few things to flourish. They need the soil that has good nutrients, they need sunlight, and they need water. And as parents, we need to have tools to create an emotionally and psychologically safe home for our children, so that the plants can flourish, so our kids can flourish. We need to know how to build them up. We need to know how to remain calm when things are going wrong. And we need to know how to discipline in a way that teaches them skills. If we don't pull out these weeds, and if we're not aware of what those weeds are, those negative thoughts are, and honestly, the most sinister one is when our kids have negative self-talk and we start to worry about how they feel about themselves, and we start to try to get that to stop, and we try to pull that weed, but we don't really know how to replace those thoughts with something else. This garden is going to quickly turn into what this one did. It's just a big weed fest, and it's very, very hard to even see right now where the plants are and where the weeds are. So the message here is, you need to pull out these weeds, these negative thoughts that we have as parents. And you need to not only pull them out at the root, but you need to put something in its place, otherwise the weeds just come back. The parenting program that I run teaches these three things. It teaches you how to pull the weeds, which are these negative thoughts we have, these thoughts that keep us up at night. How to create an emotionally, psychologically rich environment where we're building our kids up so that they feel strong on the inside and they're more resilient and can overcome adversity. And then the discipline, or these boundaries, where kids need boundaries, they need limits, they need rules and expectations so that they can flourish. And if you are a parent who is struggling to identify these weeds, and these vines are starting to wrap themselves around things, and they're starting to spread into your family, and there's this kind of negative energy, I want to invite you to join my upcoming parent coaching program. I'm going to teach you how to do this so that the garden your kids live in is super healthy to create strong, resilient children.